Now the fun part, playing with power tools. Woohoo! So what we're going to do is we're going to drill 5 holes in the shovel. I know it seems like a lot, but don't be afraid of power tools. It really is a lot of fun, and it is very empowering. So I'm going to drill a hole down here near the point, 1 here on the side, 1 up near the top, and then the same thing on the other side. So there'll be 1 here, here, there, there, and there. And the procedure is going to be the same for them. It's kind of worked out well because it's propped up against my table. You don't have to measure for this at all, but close to the edge. Not, you know, in here, but close to the edge. Maybe like 1/4 of an inch from the edge is fine. I have my lubricating spray. If I need it, I'm going to spray the drill bit. And, you know, the stuff goes everywhere, so it's really not a big deal. This is a messy project, so, you know, don't do this in your dining room. You know, find a place outside. I like working outside. It's nice. Earplugs. I will mention earplugs. If you want to wear earplugs, that's great, or earmuffs or something like that if the noise bothers you. It doesn't bother me. I probably should wear earplugs, but I'm not going to. I do have my safety glasses on, though. All right, so here we go. So I have my wood piece. So this does a couple things for me. It protects my table. It also will help when my drill bit breaks through this metal. It kind of keeps going into the wood, and it prevents, it'll prevent this from spinning around like crazy, which is not pleasant. I've had that happen before. So here we go. So I am plugged in, ready to go. I'm just aiming my drill right here, and here we go. So I give it like a quick burst to get it started and get it to kind of cut into the metal of the shovel. If you're drilling on something slippery, sometimes your drill bit will walk off of it. But this is it's got a lot of texture to it, so it's not a big deal. But that's what I do. It works for me. So here we go. And there we go. So as I was drilling, I could see the little metal shavings coming up, and I knew it was getting close, so I held on to it, and you'll feel it break through into the wood. You'll feel it break through the steel and into the wood. I did put, you know, a fair amount of pressure, but it's not unreasonable. It's certainly not something that you can't do. You know, you have to press down on your drill. So you have to press down when you're drilling, but, you know, it's not a big deal. So here we go. So I'm going to come, you know, I don't know, about halfway, like right where the curve starts here, and make another hole. This is not really, it doesn't need to be that precise. These holes will be covered with our chicken wire and sphagnum moss creation that's gonna come next. So it doesn't really matter. This is just going to help us anchor that chicken wire to that. Now, if you really were opposed to drilling a hole, I guess you could anchor your chicken wire over here and make it work, but go ahead and drill the holes. It's fun. So I don't think I need to spray. Again, I'm just going to go ahead and go for it. So here we go. There we go. That was a little more noisier this time. Don't know why, but it was. So, oh, did I break my drill bit? No, I didn't. So, you know, I touched that. It's not too hot, but do remember that this is metal, that's metal, and it does heat up. So just be careful about that, okay? So maybe I'll hit this with a little bit of spray, and we'll do our other ones. So this little lip here, I'm going to try to get that anchored over that so it sits flat. So if I didn't do that, I'd be kind of wobbling around. So I just took, you know, made use of that and just kind of anchored it right like that. Okay. So things aren't moving around on you. You don't want things kind of going everywhere. So here we go. Here's our other one. Close to the top as you can. It's fine. You know, get up near the top. I'm about 1 inch from the top. Go. And now I'm going to do the same thing on this other side. So I'm going to drill, you know, about, you know, go across there approximately. Again, it's not rocket science. So let's see. Right about there seems good. And here we go. Ooh, don't do that. Broke my drill bit.